beats, lose your mind for a child.
Humans, I don't mean to bring the room down. I don't mean to kill the buzz. I don't mean to narc on the party because you've been playing I Like the Way You Kiss Me by Artemis on repeat. I get it, it's a banger. But one must have a variety in said bangage, otherwise you're just banging your head against a wall of beats. And I may be a bird, but that's no way for a true rager to rage. That's anarchy. I don't mean to fun suck the air out of the party balloon, but I feel I must. So, I am bringing forth a fifth of high-proof reality to the Shotskis, humans. You have rules for a reason. I know. Rules are for squares, and we'd all rather bust out the doink and get lit in a funkadelic groovitude, but there will and shall be a time for that, because it must be addressed that certain rules exist for a goddamn reason. Because lately, you humans have been acting all janky when it comes to rules and laws, and I'm here to get that record, straighten it out, put it back on the player, drop the needle so the beat can continue uninterrupted and true. Ring the bells! Light the lanterns! Blow your fucking bugles! Unfurl some bitchin' tapestries or whatever and get comfy. Let it be noted on this day, the 29th of March in the year of Chapel Roan 2025, that I am henceforth, forthwith, and at present calling to order a town meeting. That's right, fuckers. I'm calling a town meeting. Let it be marked. Mark it. Write it down for posterity and history in accordance to all previous protocol. In the name of the great and generally wasted court of right here and right now, a moderator must be chosen. I say it's me because I have some shit to say. All in favor say fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All opposed? The fuck yes, have it! I know we all have business elsewhere, so I thank you for participating and letting me talk some shit for a second. It's an obligatory, customary thank you, but I mean it. Thank you for not being a dick right now. In the interest of etiquette and ceremony, I wish to offer a brief but bitchin' benediction over the town meeting. Please bow your heads or do whatever the fuck you want, except not participate because we're in this together. Oh, Lord of method, regulation, and traditional action, that's played by Dame Judi Dench probably, may you bless this town meeting with the gifts of formality, suavity, and decorum and processes due. May our conclusions be meticulous. May our outcome benefit the many, and may all P's and Q's be minded, because the rules are there for a reason, and that reason is reason. Otherwise, we'd be running in the halls, talking during movies, and dogs would be shitting on everything, and no one would pick up the shit. And our shoes would be forever besmudged with turds, smearing the rugs of our gray halls. In the name of the contract, the fine print, and the bottom line, we pray, initial here, and here, consent. I call this town meeting to order. If there are any objections, save it for the Facebook group, which, by the way, nobody's reading. So my first order of business is to delete the goddamn Facebook group. All opposed? Ask yourselves why. Okay, so now on to primary business. Humans, rules and protocol have been in place since the dawn of your time. Because even back then, you figured out pretty quick that without laws, the human drive can go from 0 to fuckface pretty fucking fast. Just go to Burning Man. I mean, it's fun at first. You learn how to tie some dope knots, get some free handmade mugs, and some dope probiotics. But after a day or two, you start noting that the buzz is harsh, the vibe is off, and you're suddenly trapped, surrounded by assholes. Reality has set in. But even Burning Man has rules, and they must be respected because the rules are there for a reason. And that is why I've called this town meeting to order, because the rule of law has been jacked with, boarded, and commandeered by fuckfaces who do not believe the rules and laws apply to them. In other simpler terms, pirates! I submit into record a date, March 10th, 2025. At 9:45 a.m. in the town hall of the good village of Seacliff in Oyster Bay in Long Island, the great state of New York, was briefly and annoyingly sieged by Robert Erck, the founder of Pirate's Booty Snacks. That's the intensely, irresistibly puffy corn snack with the pirate on the bag that you can hose in one sitting because they're mostly crunchy, delicious air. He and a crew of 3 men entered the town hall of Seacliff loudly with the intent of canceling a mayoral election dissolving the town and reformulating it, instilling Robert Erck as the new mayor of Seacliff. All current employees henceforth instructed to resign. Erck cited a 2009 state law that permits local residents to, quote, dissolve their own town or reformulate it if 10% of the town voters sign a petition to do so. Seacliff has about 5,000 residents, so you'd really only need 500 signatures. Pirates Booty founder Robert Erck claimed to have collected over 1,900 signatures at his new coffee shop, Uniqlo, over the course of 4 years. Quote, the longest election in history was from 1268 to 1271 when they couldn't find a pope. So, actually, I have the longest election in history, which immediately struck the already strucketh employees at the Seacliff Town Hall as a little odd, because he was trying to dissolve the town, which would make the election null and void because that's how math works, but they figured he meant signatures, and this election was just him collecting signatures to dissolve the town and fire everyone at 10 a.m. on a fucking Monday. These signatures were on paper in his possession, inside, quote, a FedEx-type envelope that was sealed that he was waving around, at which point the town hall disbanded, everyone went home, Seacliff is no more because game, set, match, fuckers. He had the loot, the warrant, and the crook, all in that envelope, stamped, signed, delivered, and game over. JK, this is reality. When asked if he wanted, as per the rules, to submit the envelope with the 1,900 signatures in accordance with law to be reviewed, Robert Erck said, no. To which I'm sure the clerk was like, okay. Are you sure? And then Robert Erck was like, yup. And the clerk was like, but like, seriously, you have the signatures, right? And Erck was like, yeah. And the clerk was like, can we see them, though? And Erck was like, no, checkmate, son. At which point, Robert Erck and his crew became, quote, irate when the village officials attempted to dismiss this outrageous demand, raising their voices, cursing, and issuing direct threats for nearly an hour before giving up and leaving. And then he posted on Facebook that he was now entering the next mayoral election, which just so happened to be that next Tuesday, the 18th, as a write-in candidate, which you figure would not be that hard, since there's like 5,000 people in Seacliff. You can basically just hang out at Casey Gallagher's or post up at Onion Tree, which is, quote, the best place for brunch on Long Island, with a jaunty hat and a buffet voucher, right? Fucking slam dunk. But no, stop it. That's fucking stupid. He lost to incumbent Mayor Elena Villafane 62 to 1,064 in an election that brought out a record number of voters, specifically because Pirates Booty founder Robert Erck decided to Leroy Jenkins the Seacliff Town Hall before noon on a fucking Monday. So, Erck was done, bowed out, wandered back into the sea to serve as his previous term as the Lord of the Clams. JK, he claimed the election was rigged because they weren't counting properly, claiming one of his supporters voted 3 times and another voted 4 times without anyone stopping him, which would have given him an incredibly unedgy 69 votes, which isn't even 20% of the votes. But whatever, math doesn't fucking matter, because according to Erck, he's the mayor now. When asked after his historically weird loss if he'd run again in 2 years, Erck responded, no, I'm the mayor now. Quote, why do I have to wait 2 years? I am the mayor at this moment. I will write an executive order, which he intends to do in the coming weeks, probably over Facebook. And this is not the first time Pirates Booty founder Robert Erck has pulled some weird law shit. He sued his partner for engaging in, quote, frat boy tactics that, quote, attacked his confidence and entrepreneurial spirit, which is like suing your brother for being a total douche right now, Brian. Claiming that his employees in his company were pressured into setting off panic alarms in their cars whenever he would enter the parking lot, claimed that the employees would yell, "Run, Forrest, run," when he tried to leave the office. And then there was this one incident involving, quote, a Bentley convertible and a praying mantis, which I could literally find no details about on the internet, which is insane. That has to be a bitchin' fucking story, right? Like, how did that mantis afford a Bentley? But the fact that Robert Erck literally Corsair raided the town hall of Seacliff and declared himself the mayor should not be shocking, because the man's company logo is a literal fucking pirate. When asked why the hell was he doing all this ridiculous shit, he claimed, and I quote, "I am interpreting the law any way I want. The way Trump would interpret laws as he sees fit. It is called trickle-down politics, which is what we are doing." And of course he did that. Dollar store game recognizes dollar store game. So since we're not doing rules anymore and nothing fucking matters, I have called this town meeting to resurrect a claim I made back in 2023 when I declared my campaign to merge the 46th and 48th wards of Chicago, which were up for re-election, creating the 69th ward with the motto, nice, establishing myself as alderman. You can Google all this later. And since all due process is now fucking pirate rules thanks to trickle-down politics, which is totally a real thing that totally exists, I am officially declaring myself Lord of the 69th Viscount of Uptown, King of the North. Tremble, bitches. I'm the captain now. You're gonna need to stock up in chapstick and the amount of ass kissing you're gonna have to do to keep me appeased. All town meetings shall take place in a hot tub. Oh, you don't see one? Get digging, peasants. All meals are now snacks. Malort is free. Hot cheese is currency. And business hours are from noon 30 to 3 p.m., no exceptions. Pre-gaming starts now. Anyone not raising a drink will spend a year in the nacho mines. Time zones are stupid. Gravity is a suggestion. Shrimp po' boys are mandatory. Your resistance is futile. Bow before me, you mighty and to spare. Or we can remember that we have rules for a reason. Trickle-down politics is not a fucking thing. And those fuckers are what they are. A bunch of pirates that can kiss my booty. Meeting adjourned.
Nailed it.